Hi everyone. Today I'm going to show you guys how to use the pseudo color exposure control within 3D Studio Max. So it's a lighting analysis tool that allows you to sort of map these color gradients onto the surfaces of your geometry. So it's used to sort of analyze the different spots within the geometry where it's receiving more sunlight or less sunlight. So using that as a kind of way to inform a schematic design or the different perforations within this sort of canopy structure. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to set up a sun system. To do that, we're going to go to the Create panel, Systems, and we're going to click Daylight. We're going to just drag it out and pull this upward. Doesn't matter how far it goes. So once we've done that, we're going to go to Location and Get Location. We're going to set it to Australia, Melbourne, Australia. Click OK. So now you can see that the sun has been set to Melbourne. And I'm going to set this time to around, I guess, 2 p.m. So it's going to be 14 in this area. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to User Defined, like this area here. And we're going under Lighting and Shadows, we're going to click Illuminate with Scene Lights. So it's going to turn dark because we have set the sort of sun system to be using the one we just set instead of the default lights. So you can already see that this part has been light up. So I'm going to show you a quick way to show shadows. Go back to here, Lighting and Shadows. We're going to click Shadows. It's a really nice way to preview the sort of shadows that has been cast onto the geometry. If I change the time, you can see how the shadow has been cast. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to go under Rendering, Environment, and we're going to change under Exposure Control, Pseudo Color Exposure Control. So it's going to change into a whole red scene. That's because we haven't changed the physical scale. So we're going to change the scale to a lower value, so around 10. So now you can start to see sort of difference in the color range. So we're going to play with the values of the display range here. So we're going to bump up the maximum value. So as you can see, it begins to, you can see the sort of difference in colors. So because the sun is so low, you can see that this side has obviously been lights up in red. And this part is green, which you can see in this bar. It's not very obvious, but yet it's sort of the idea of using the sort of pseudo color exposure to sort of look at where the sun has been cast. So if we change this to a grayscale and gonna play with settings a bit more, let's try a bigger value, probably a 13,000 as the minimum, and then let's put 200,000 as the maximum. So now, although the scene is black, if we render it, you can see the shadows has been rendered. So that's basically it. So that's part one of using the pseudo color exposure control to get the shadows and how the sun affects different surfaces of a geometry. Thank you.